John Mara is chatting with the media right now, and he is saying it was gut-wrenching to fire Joe Judge. I saw your piece in the New York Post in which you said that what Mara and Steve Tisch did by firing Joe Judge needed to be done. Why did you have that stance? Ian?
Well, actually, I just got off the Zoom call with John Mara. I was a little surprised, Rich, that the back-to-back quarterback sneaks in the final game, of course, which reminded those of us old enough of the Joe Pisarcik, the famous fumble in 1978, which marked a very dark period in Giants history. He said that was just a minor factor in the decision. And so I think the post-game press conference, the 11-minute manifesto from the podium after the Chicago game, that was a factor. But it was more that once they lost their quarterback, the operation just completely unraveled. And he said, John Mara said, I thought that we had dug ourselves such a hole that there was no way out. And so if he's being honest, it was really a culmination of what happened really after Daniel Jones got hurt and they didn't have a viable backup quarterback, and the entire franchise and operation just came undone. And that was the reason. I really believe that John Mara has always been a guy who looks for reasons to keep people, not fire them. And I still think Sunday he was looking for a reason to retain Joe Judge for year 3. So my personal opinion is that back-to-back quarterback sneak sequence had more to do with it than maybe John led on today.
That's what caused me to come to this microphone in this chair on Monday, Ian, and say essentially what you were writing in the New York Post. I've never seen that before. It's a surrender formation. You know, it's the exact opposite of victory formation. It's a surrender formation, and a professional football team should have a play, regardless of who is at quarterback or anywhere else on the field, that can convert a third down, regardless of where you are on the field. Certainly in a 3-0 game, certainly against a team in your division, certainly a team in your division that you bizarrely called out, you know, from the podium. That, to me, is just like, how does that happen? And I saw that and I thought to myself, how does this guy stay? That's the way I went with it.
That's exactly the way I went with it too, Rich. And if you recall, the Giants started a Super Bowl run from the 1-yard line on that Victor Cruz Christmas Eve 99-yard touchdown. So you can play football backed up against your own end zone. The Giants proved that 10 years ago when they won their last title. And so, yeah, the surrender, not only was it god awful at the end of a 4-13 season and 5 miserable years, 7 double-figure loss seasons in the last 8. But here's a coach who, in his introductory press conference, said, every play under me will have a life of its own. We are going to attack every play with relentless spirit and be. And I remember having a conversation with him on the phone where I brought up the fact that obviously he's a disciple of Belichick and Saban. And he turned the conversation away from those two figures toward Parcells and Coughlin and said, I want to be associated with those two people. For 2 reasons. They won championships with the Giants. That's what I want to do. And the physicality of their teams in December, weatherproof football teams, that matches up with the ethos of the New York, New Jersey region. And I want to put that product on the field. And then he did that on Sunday to those people, the 30, 40,000 who showed up, and to those who were watching. That, to me, was unforgivable. He could not coach another second for the New York Giants after he did that.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.